Keyshawn Davis and Gervonta Davis is the fight to make. Think of it, Davis versus Davis. It already sounds like a pay-per-view sellout. And honestly, guys, I know we wanted Shakur and Tank. We still wanted to see that fight. Real boxing fans do want to see that fight. But ultimately, I've told you guys on this channel and, one of my more recent videos that Shakur has hurt hands. I think we're all starting to hear that he hurt his hands again. He had the surgery before this Padley fight, and he hurt them again in the third round before ultimately getting that stoppage, dropping Padley with body shots. So, he still got the stoppages, but looking at the future for Shakur Stevenson, I feel like Tank isn't a good idea, especially if you don't have your hand injuries settled and figured out yet. You don't know what you're going to do exactly, because he said he was going to talk to Floyd, because obviously Floyd has the infamous hand injuries as well, but he learned how to deal with it throughout his career and still become, that Hall of Fame champion who was the best defensive fighter of all time, 50-0. The record speaks for itself. And, with that being said, Shakur beating Padley, I've talked about how, I don't know, especially taking into account that Shakur has hurt hands, going from a guy like Padley to Tank may not be the smartest idea for Shakur Stevenson, or the smartest decision. So if you look at it, I feel like Shakur and Frank Martin maybe fight, but if Gervonta Davis and Keyshawn Davis want to make a fight happen, I feel like honestly make it happen now, because Shakur and Tank, there's a good chance that fight won't happen for a multitude of reasons, because one's going to price themselves out. Shakur has hurt hands, so that's another reason why I'd prefer to wait a little bit, because I don't want it to be a factor in this big of a fight. I'd rather Shakur fights a guy like Frank Martin, where even if Shakur has a hurt hand, I'd probably still favor Shakur over Frank Martin. But close fight between Tank and Shakur. Shakur can't afford to have anything, going on with the injuries, the hand injuries. So I feel like he has to figure that out first, and that's going to take time realistically. So I feel like he should wait on that Tank fight if he really wants the best opportunity of winning. I feel like Shakur's smart, he's intelligent. He's not going to go into a big fight with Tank knowing that, he's going to risk his reputation's on the line. He could risk, getting serious brain trauma, because if he gets hit by a big shot from Tank, we all know he has the power to put Shakur or any other boxer to sleep. So Shakur should wait a little bit, wait it out, wait until he figures out the situation with his hands, make sure they're 100% healthy and they're feeling strong, because he can't afford to have any, slip-ups against a guy like Tank. Tank's obviously fighting Lamont Roach real soon. It's going to be an entertaining fight, in my opinion, because I feel like a lot of people just don't know who Lamont Roach is. He's been counted out his entire life. He's been talking about how, this is the turning point for his career, and I'm excited because honestly, he looks really confident. Doesn't look rattled like a lot of Tank's opponents have in the past in the lead up to a fight with Gervonta. Maybe it's because he may know something that we don't. That's why this fight between Lamont Roach and Tank Davis interests me. Lamont has been saying that he knows a lot of stuff about Tank that's going to help him in the fight. Obviously doesn't want to reveal it to, give away the game plan. But, Tank has that superhuman strength. So Lamont's going to have that experience and those secret little tactics or strategies that he has tucked away in his back pocket, because, we know that fighting against a guy like Tank Davis is no joke. You take your eye off the ball for 1 second and the fight's over. You're on the canvas and the ref's counting you out. So that's the way, Tank has operated in the past. But we have a guy who's not weight drained, coming up in weight, obviously, which is a big critique for this fight. We want to see Tank in fights with legitimate 135-pounders, and even though Lamont is a legit, boxer, he has the accolades, he's very skillful, I don't take, weight lightly. I don't just disregard the fact that this guy has never fought at 35, so he's going to have to make some adjustments. Tank's going to be the one that's feeling more comfortable at the weight class. And, obviously, like I said before, Lamont's not going to have to be dehydrated, because if 130 is difficult for him to make, fighting at 135 should help him with his power and his, his stamina. Hopefully he doesn't get affected by the fact that he's going up in weight. But it's just not an easy fight. He's going to need all the tools. But, I really do like Keyshawn Davis and Tank as the fight to make, because the styles are exciting, and I feel like it would just be a great fight for both guys. So let me know down below who you guys would have Keyshawn Davis versus Tank, and is it the fight to see over Shakur Stevenson and Tank? So let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.